Thank you for watching the Citizens Report. On this show, we search for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the world around us through the lens of an American citizen. Welcome to the Citizens Report. My name is William Donahue. It is October 21st, 2023, and this report includes information regarding the major events driving reactionary governance, despite connections to the premeditation and planning of the events. So, this report is in PDF format on thecitizensreport.com under the Reports tab. You can download it, share it, print it off, email it to people, however you can get this out there. Please do, because it helps the show, and it also is helping to spread the information on here, which is articles from different sources with highlighted sections and analysis. The analysis is in a different font, so check these links out, follow them back, read the whole story if you want to. Our first section is called World War Escalation, and I define that as tensions between individual countries that are tied into larger alliances will lead to world war. So on that topic, our first clip is Janet Yellen. She is the head of the U.S. Treasury. She says that our economy is doing well. She praises Biden for setting us up for success. And she also says that we can afford both the war in Ukraine and in Israel. So here it is.
Can America, can the West afford another war at this time?
I think the answer is absolutely. America can certainly afford to stand with Israel and to support Israel's military needs. And we also can and must support Ukraine in its struggle against Russia. And look, the American economy is doing extremely well. Inflation has been high and it's been a concern to households. It's come down considerably. At the same time, we have about the strongest labor market we've seen in 50 years with 3.8% unemployment. And at the same time, America, the Biden administration, has passed legislation that is strengthening our economy in the years to come for the medium term.
Well, I guess if we continue to let her lead our economy down the drain, we can certainly fund all these wars, because she has done nothing but print money, increase inflation, and pass along debt to us, our children, and our children's children, that if this country survives the war she's paying for, we will pay for this debt forever. So our next article is 2,000 U.S. troops on notice to deploy as Israel-Hamas war intensifies. So 2,000 troops have been put on notice that if the escalating conflict between Israel and Palestine militant groups increases, they will be sent out to go fight and potentially die. So I wonder if Janet Yellen thinks we can afford that. I have a little analysis in here. The next article is Taiwan reports 13 Chinese Air Force planes in its air defense zone. So China has been pretty much watching to see what we do. They watched us completely flop on the pullout of Afghanistan. They have watched us not come to the defense of Ukraine against Russia, which Ukraine and Taiwan, we have similar deals to protect them if anything was to happen. We did not come to the protection of Ukraine, and China is definitely taking account of that. Not that I support the war in Ukraine or in Taiwan or in Israel, but uh, so that is that. Putin says U.S. wading deeper into Ukraine war, calls missile supplies a mistake. So the United States sent missiles to Ukraine. These are uh, ATACMS missiles. That means that they have a nuclear war tip, making them extremely destructive and obviously causing concern for Russia, um, as we send weapons there with these capabilities. Uh, Definitely pushing them. Well, what it says here, this is according to Putin actually, and obviously noticeable. And anyone with knowledge of political science or like how the world works or history at all in general could have told you this, but this is from Putin's words. Uh, he said that he briefed President Xi Jinping in some detail about Ukraine, and he said external factors and common threats served only to strengthen Russian Chinese cooperation. So they are definitely taking account America's actions. Right now, I think that we look pretty weak on the world stage, and they're unifying in opposition to us, as there's the Western nations and NATO, and then there's a new alliance of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and Saudi Arabia, which make up the BRICS nation, which the other day they said that they want to create an alternative new world order. So there is two different factions working pretty much, I guess, for world domination here. Western countries versus BRICS, and that's basically the line of the two sides for World War III. Um, so those people are watching to see what we do, and in the meantime, this is our leader as he gets off the plane from Israel.
Virtually every mass shooting, every circumstance where a large number of people have been victimized, lost, I've spoken with them. I learned a long time ago, which you've all learned in your life as well. When someone's going through something that is beyond their comprehension, that they've ever thought they'd have to go through, if they see someone who they think understands or maybe been through something not the same but similar, it gives them some sense of hope. And I always get criticized sometimes by my staff because when I go to these events, I stay for 3 and 4 hours and answer all the questions. But it matters. It matters a lot. And look, I'm talking, some of you have gone through a hell of a lot more than I've gone through, and a lot more than other people have gone through. And you understand. So it's just people are looking for just something to grab, something that gives them some sense of hope. And that's, if I can do a little bit of that, then it's, it's worth doing. It was done for me. So.